Hi everyone, how are you? I hope everybody's doing good. Welcome back to another literacy lesson. So, as you all are aware, we've been talking about different types of text. And the first one we have started with is descriptive text. Well, before I get into the next type of text, which is called persuasive text, I wanted to write one with you guys because I think that, it's always nice to get more examples to help you understand the bigger picture, all right? Because I noticed that in your descriptive text assignments, some of you weren't really getting the idea. So I thought it'd be better before I get into persuasive text that you guys kind of, actually understand descriptive text, okay? So today I'm basically going to do that assignment with you guys. I'm going to describe a person that I know. I randomly chose one of my best friends when I was back in high school, middle school. And yeah, I'm just gonna describe him and stuff, and hopefully that gives you an idea on how to do it. So before I get into it, let me remind you guys that descriptive text is basically you describing someone. All right, there's nothing else to describing someone, something, anything really, as long as it is you are describing something. All right, so it doesn't have to just be a person. It can be you can write a descriptive text on a T-shirt. You can write descriptive text on soccer, on a soccer player, on all that kind of stuff. So I hope you guys get hopefully while I do the example, you guys get the gist of it. All right? So let's get started. All right. Now, I'm going to write about my good friend Balen when I was in high school. He was in high school with me. All right? So always, always, always. Okay, so obviously this class is called descriptive text. But remember, like I always mention, you are always supposed to write the date, okay? Today, the date is the 10th. All right, so 05, 20. All right? And the title, okay, I'm just going to title my descriptive text, My Best Friend. Okay? So I've given it a title. Now I'm just going to get started, okay? So so I expect you guys when writing a descriptive text to have several paragraphs, so at least 3. And each paragraph you are talking about a different part of that person. So for my first paragraph, I'm going to talk about his appearance, okay? And maybe on the next paragraph, I'll talk about his personality. And then on the third paragraph, I'll talk about the things he likes to do or like he would do. All right? So you guys will get the idea of it. Okay. So his name was Balen. So, remember, guys, it's always good to indent when writing. So Balen has been one of my good friends since we were in primary school. All right. Now let me describe his height. All right, his height and maybe weight. So he is a tall and slim. Slim means skinny. Slim young man with light skin and blonde hair. All right? So as you guys can see, I've started describing him, okay? So when I first started the paragraph, I introduced him as my good friend. Because obviously you're not going to just start off the paragraph and say, okay, Balen has blonde hair and blue eyes. No, you need to tell me what you're writing about. So do you see how I've mentioned how Bullen has been one of my good friends since we were in primary school. So I've opened it up like that. I've introduced him to you guys. And then I start to describe him. So he is a tall and slim young man with light skin and blonde hair. Okay, let me continue. What else? Okay, let me talk about his eyes. He has big blue eyes in an oval, shiny face. And if you guys have noticed, I'm trying to use as many adjectives as I can because descriptive text is all about you using adjectives and describing things as much as you can so you can give your reader a better picture of what you're trying to describe, right? So please try to do that. Okay, so far I've written, Bullen has been one of my good friends since we were in primary school. He is a tall and slim young man with light skin and blonde hair. He has big blue eyes and an oval, shiny face. Okay. He always wears casual clothes wherever he goes. Alright, so he's always in casual clothes. He never really dresses up. He likes to always be in t-shirts and stuff. So I thought it'd be good to mention that as well. Alright, so I hope that should be enough. Okay. So I've talked about his appearance in about 3 sentences. You can write about 3 to 4 sentences for that. Okay, so let me move on to another paragraph. Okay, so let me start talking about Bullen's personality. Okay, so I've already spoke about his appearance. Let me talk about his personality. Alright, and remember, each paragraph needs to talk. You can't mix everything up. So as you can see here, my first paragraph, I've introduced him and I'm talking about his appearance. Now for the second paragraph, I'll talk about his personality. So Bullen is very outgoing. Okay, so that means he's very active, he's very out there, he's not to himself. He is an extroverted person who loves having fun all of the time. Okay, so I've written so far, Bullen is very outgoing. He is an extroverted person who loves having fun all of the time. All the time. Yeah, okay. So by extroverted, what I mean, okay, so I don't know if you've ever heard of the terms introvert and extrovert. Introvert means that somebody is not very social. Somebody who is very to themselves, they don't talk a lot, they don't like to socialize, they just like to stay home. But extrovert, this word right here, extrovert, means somebody that loves to go out, loves to socialize, loves to be around people. That's what extrovert means, if for those of you who are wondering. So Bullen, yes, he is very outgoing. He is an extroverted person who loves having fun all the time. Like this guy loves to have fun. He never wants to be home. He always just wants to have a good time. And yeah, that's why it's so nice to be around him. All right? Okay, so let me move on. Let me see. Okay. He has got a great sense of humor, which means he's really funny. Like, he's a very funny guy, and he always makes me laugh. Okay? So I've mentioned how Bullen is very outgoing and he is also a very funny person. So he has a great sense of humor and he always manages to make me laugh. He is also a very generous and sensitive person. Yeah. So I've also mentioned how he's also very generous and sensitive. So, like anytime we go out, he'll give money to the poor. He's always there to help people. He's always willing to give up his things. He cares about other people's feelings. So that's really great about him. But, however, he can be a little tense at times. So for example, when someone annoys him, he suddenly becomes very quarrelsome. Did I even spell that correctly? No, I didn't. Quarrelsome and wild. Okay, so I mentioned how Balan, he's a very, very outgoing person. He's generous, he's funny, but he can be a little tense at times. Okay, so for example, if somebody just annoys him, he becomes very quarrelsome. Quarrelsome means he becomes very defensive, he fights about it, he becomes wild, he can't handle people annoying him and making him mad, so he, acts out on that. All right, so that's what quarrelsome means. So yeah. So, like you don't need to, even though they are your best friend and you have a lot of good things to say about them, you can also mention their downsides as well because not everybody is perfect. All right, so I think that's enough for his personality. I've spoken about his personality. Now, let's get on to what he likes to do really, like how he spends his days. So, and do you notice how every time I start a paragraph, I indent? You can obviously when you're writing on paper, you can just leave a space, but if you want to indent on a laptop, just press the tab button. It'll indent it for you. Okay, so let's talk about how he spends his day. So, Balin is very keen on playing games, particularly soccer. Okay, so during the weekends, he spends hours either training his football team or watching matches on TV. Okay, so as you guys can see, I've mentioned how Balen loves playing games, and his favorite game of all is soccer. Okay, and during the weekends, he spends his hours training his football team because he has a little mini football team he trains. Or he watches matches on TV, which I'm sure a lot of you guys, well, those of you who like soccer, do. All right, so do you see how I'm just like mentioning what he likes? Now, I'm just describing this person. See, I'm describing Belen. So I've just already described his personality. I've described his appearance. Now I'm describing just what he does on a normal basis. So he likes soccer. On the weekends, he either trains his football team or he watches matches. Also, in addition to that, he enjoys singing and dancing. And he is fond of listening to pop music in particular. So I mentioned how this boy likes playing football and watching the matches, but also in addition to that, he also likes to sing and dance. He likes to sing and dance, and his favorite genre of music is pop music. So he likes to dance to pop music. Okay? And everybody likes him for his modesty and sociability. So everybody likes, like, anytime I've been with Balin, like, you know, we've hung out with our friends, everybody likes him for how social he is, for how outgoing he is. Like, he just has a very, like, he has a very good personality. Like, he's one of those people you just want to be around because he's so much fun, and you know, like, he kind of makes you feel calm, if that makes sense. So yeah, everybody likes him for both his modesty and sociability. So yeah, so I think that's enough about talking about what he likes. So let me just conclude. Let me just end the descriptive text, okay? So basically, all in all, I am satisfied to have such a good friend. Wait, such a good person. Sorry. Such a good person like Balin. Oops. Okay. So yeah, I'm closing off the text by saying, all in all, I am satisfied to have such a good person like Balin as a friend. I really enjoy his company. I never feel bored or sad when I am with him. Oops, why did I add that cat? Don't do that. With him. So guys, make sure, a lot of you, I noticed when writing your descriptive text, a lot of you missed full stops, capitals. You know, you were putting capitals in the middle of the sentences. Like, guys, please, like, not just for my class, but like when you go on to year 6, year 7, year 8, until this very day, I use it. It is very important to follow the rules of punctuation. Okay? You always, capitalize the things that are supposed to be capitalized. Put the punctuation marks where they're supposed to go. All right? Use different adjectives. Think outside the box. Like, you guys really need to learn how to, express yourselves. All right? And express yourselves with a big vocabulary. So, yeah. So, all in all, I'm satisfied to have such a good person like Balin as a friend. I really enjoy his company. I never feel bored or sad when I am with him. And let me just end it off. I am sure will, always be great friends. Perfect. So I hope that made sense. I hope that gave you guys a better idea of what you got, like a better idea of what you're supposed to do. All right. If you guys have any questions or concerns regarding this, please do let me know. And yeah, next class we will be working on persuasive text, and I will introduce you guys to that. Hopefully this kind of helped you completely understand descriptive text. Please comment if you did not, or if this did help you. That would mean a lot to me. And yeah, I hope this helped. All right, so I'll definitely see you guys in the next video. All right, thank you.